The doctor told you to go back home. She said that you're not in true labor, you're in false labor. Now what? So let me tell you what false labor is. False labor is when you are getting uterine contraction, where you are having pain, you are near term, almost 36, 30, 30, after 37 weeks, 38 weeks, 39 weeks. You feel all the signs, you think something is wrong. You feel the pain all the time in your pelvis, in your thighs. You just feel pain and uncomfortable all the time, and you're just fed up and you want to go and deliver. But the pains have not started yet. And you think that, okay, you are in pain, you're tired, and your family is tired because they are scared for you. But still, the doctor says that you're not there yet, go back home. What does that mean? That means your cervix has not opened. I mean, they have done their preliminary assessment, they've done the CTG, they've seen the baby is fine. They've monitored you for some time, and they've seen that the contractions are not that strong or they're not that regular. Because for a true labor or for delivery to happen, as in the uterus, for the baby to come out, we want those contractions at least 3 to 4 times in every 10 minutes. We want that contractions. So anytime I see my patient in pain, I suddenly feel very happy. I'm like, hey, that's such good news that you're in pain, because that means you're almost going to finish and you're going to have your baby. It's not a good thing, but for us, it's such a beautiful thing, because then we get to give you your baby and your long journey actually comes to an end. But before this, the false labor, you are getting these contractions, but they're not regular. If you're able to sleep at night, that means you're not in true labor. If your pains, again, the best way to objectify this whole process is keeping a record of how often these pains are coming. So keep it on a piece of pen and paper. That is like the best way, because if you have learned through school using pen and pencil and a notebook, keep a notebook with you, a paper, or do it on your phone and monitor how frequent you are getting these contractions. There are a lot of applications. Some of my patients, I've seen them use it, and they will actually time the contractions and show me, doctor, these are the way the contractions are coming and going. And that's the best way to objectify. It's such a beautiful tool, beautiful exercise to keep your mind in place, because otherwise our minds will go all over the place. If you have kids at home, you're going to be worried about them. If your husband is like away from work and spending time with you, you're going to worry about him. Instead of all of that, just put all your attention on how frequent the contractions are coming and write them down. At what time they started, how many seconds they lasted, and when they disappeared. Did you take any painkiller? You can take paracetamol, that's always safe. It does not make the true labor stop. So that's one of the fears most patients have, that the true labor will disappear with paracetamol or any sort of painkiller. It doesn't work that way. Once the labor starts, once that contraction starts, there's nothing on earth that we have invented which will stop that thing. There are some medications we can give, they're very strong, but they're reserved for special conditions. False labor, we don't want to stop. You will be suffering for some time, but it's needed. That is the process. That is something which you have to go through so that you can have your baby, so that you can go to true labor. So you have to go through the false labor to have a delivery.